moved by Counselor Texmo, seconded by Counselor Tidbury. All in favor? Carried. We have our minutes of the regular council meeting held December 9th for adoption, moved by Counselor Dorwood, seconded by Counselor Dugas. All in favor? Carried. We have no delegations. Business arising from the minutes, we have our council action item report from December 9th for information. Any comments? We have from our Association of Vancouver Island Coastal Communities 2026 resolution, access to affordable auto injectors. Discussion on our resolution. And so I think my only comment, sorry, I started before I was, I'm just curious. I don't like the word subsidized program. And I'm wondering about taking or subsidized program out of the recommendation and just have it a publicly funded. I'm just throwing that out
Whereabouts does it say that?
at the very
Oh, at
end.
the very end in the recommend.
So John, I see your hand. Janet had her hand up before you.
Yeah, my only comment was just to prevent abuse, like if this was to be adopted and implemented, to prevent abuse of just people getting them because they're free, if there was a nominal amount, $10 or $20 to obtain one instead of, 100 to 150. Just a thought that free it's good, but the nominal amount might prevent, abuse of these otherwise very expensive items.
Councillor Tidbury?
That's a good thinking, Janet. And yeah, I don't think it. I don't like that wording either at the end there.
So we could put the recommendation for public funded or nominally nominal fee to ensure affordable access.
Could we just take out advocate of the province of British Columbia for a program to ensure affordable access? Or just take out that publicly funded or subsidized words.
That works for me.
Yeah.
CEO Nelson Smith?
Can we look at the therefore be it resolved portion, because that's the part that
That's a good,
going forward, so. The therefore be it resolved that the Association of Vancouver Island Coastal Communities urge the province of British Columbia to implement a program to provide epinephrine auto injectors at low or no cost to residents, thereby eliminating financial barriers and ensuring equitable access to this life-saving medication. So the background is only there to support the resolution. We can make adjustments to that, but I just want to make sure that
that meets everything.
because we could just say low cost instead of no cost.
Or could we say nominal cost? At nominal cost to residents?
I'm okay with no cost, to be honest.
I find it can be abused. People will just pick one up because, and then they lost it, misplaced it, so they get another one. That's my thoughts behind it. It's okay if we disagree.
That's right.
Yeah. At nominal or no cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, if, in my opinion, if someone loses theirs and just gets another one, I'm okay with that too.
Or if you travel and don't have.
Yeah.
If they were $10 though, they have a little bit of respect for the item.
That's right.
People don't respect things that are different. Respect that too, Kim. Okay, want to agree?
So if I could just make sure that I get it right, implement a program to provide epinephrine at nominal or no cost to residents, or are we taking up the no cost altogether? We're just replacing nominal from low.
I'm good with nominal or no cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
We could vote.
You could.
I'd rather just see nominal myself, so I wouldn't mind a vote.
Making a motion.
I'll make a motion to change that to nominal, at nominal cost to residents. Otherwise, it's good.
But what would that mean though? Like, I mean, nominal meaning that they could basically pick the amount out of, like, if it's $150, they could say, well, it's gonna be $99 now.
Well, nominal usually means something, but not much, kind of thing. That's what it means to me anyway.
Some people think 100 is not much.
That's right. So nominal kind of makes it very ambiguous with regards to what that cost could be. And it could change all the time, right?
Mm.
You say nominal or no cost, then you set the parameters
That's right.
low.
Because you'll never get it for no cost.
So we have a mover. Do we have a second? Oh, sorry, CEO Nelson Smith.
I was just gonna clarify that nominal is a cost that is very small or insignificant, or it is more of a symbolic fee.
Okay, see, that
Thank you. That's
answered
what I
my
was
question.
Looking at to explain. So yeah, that's my motion.
I'll second that motion then, on nominal.
On nominal.
Can we speak to it?
Speak to it.
Yeah, I disagree, clearly. And it's because there are, I don't think people go out and disabuse programs like that. I think that's, I just don't think that happens. And, you know, there are other things. And we receive vaccines for free. COVID vaccines, flu vaccines. We believe, and we've had a motion going through, that there should be an RSV vaccine that should be at no cost. So we're not saying at nominal cost because it's a good thing that somebody pays for this. Even, and understand what they're getting, even if it is a small amount. What we're saying is this is important. And there shouldn't be a fee that gets in the way of anything. So I would prefer that to be no cost. I mean, nominal is a fallback position, so yeah, no, I think that a lot of things like this, and like, you know, we no longer pay MSP premiums. They weren't a huge amount, but they were a problem for some people, so we no longer have MSP premiums, so I'm in favor of nominal or no cost.
Thank you. So we have a motion on the floor. Does anyone have any other discussion?
I just want to say that I think the analogy with the vaccines is not a good analogy. You can't lose your vaccine or get a second one. There's a record of it that it's been injected into you. That's a hard to make.
Not so technical.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the Councillor Dorwin's point of view. For me, I don't want any kind of deterrent from anyone needing it, whether they forgot a visa or forgot this or that, needs to stop it and grab something. I want them not to be deterred from getting. I want it to be available and easy for them to get. Right? My 2 cents.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, we have a motion on the floor. All in favor? All opposed? Councillor Tidbury, are you in favor?
Read the motion again, please.
So the motion is therefore be resolved that the Association of Vancouver Island and Coastal Communities urge the province of BC to implement a program to provide epinephrine auto injectors at nominal costs at nominal cost to residents.
Which eliminates the at no cost, nominal and no cost.
Yeah, took that out of there.
Okay, I'll go in favor.
Okay, so the motion is carried.
And just to be clear, this still has to go and be accepted by UBCM, and then UBCM brings it to the province, and the province do whatever they want in the end. So
And
this is just what our.
Well, it goes to
There-
AICC.
there will be discussion at AVICC and
Yeah.
UBCM.
Yes,
Very similar, I suspect.
There might be a motion from the floor to change it to no cost, and you could bring that, Fred.
Sure.
Councillor Robertson.
Good idea, thank you.
You waiting in the shadows.
That's right.
No, I hope that some action is taken. And I mean, if it was no cost, that would be okay too. I just think, yeah, it's just, it's not it. I don't think it's the important part of it. I think the important part is getting those injectors out to the broader community.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to new business, we have the 6th edition of the District Connection for Information. So thank you to our CAO and staff for putting this together and summarizing what's been going on in our district and for November and December. And I think it's been really important that we all are as transparent as possible in what we're doing. And I'm hoping people are reading this and seeing everything that's been going on in the district. And I think it's very positive.
Mhm.
Any other comments?
Yeah,
Dr.
I
Techno?
reiterate that, we see from public and social media that people get confused on kind of some of the things that get done or lack of things from their perspective. Something like this that's well put together and informative gives people the education to see what we are doing here. I think it's well done and really, really needed. So thank you.
Okay, under correspondence, we have from Tracy Hamilton, a resident, request for consideration of the bike lane for discussion. So you can see she's asking for a bike lane on the 2.3 kilometer stretch of road that doesn't have a shoulder lane for pedestrians and cyclists. I think that's a pretty challenging to do because it's going to it's a lot of it is the Ministry of Highways road. It's not the District of Port Hardy road, for one thing. And I know as well, she mentioned about restoring the commuter trail. Well, the commuter trail is there, but it's I think it's what she's talking about is trying to have a bike trail, which the Rotary Club has been working on trying to do. So, anyways, comments, Councillor Texmo, then Councillor Dorwood, then Councillor Robertson.
Yeah, so the commuter trail is, to me is not really a commuter trail. It's more of a hike than anything. Like, I know you've taken it, but it's pretty steep. And to think of that as an actual commuter, but with an actual bike to actually get into town is quite the trek. And I think it's more of a recreational trail for bike riders that are looking for a little bit of a challenge and, different grades and stuff. Speaking to the other side of it, that was my question reading this right away, was like, it's a good idea and I fully agree and support the idea because, as a kid trying to ride a bike out to the beach was kind of terrifying, and then you almost take the long way, which takes forever. And I do believe that there should be something, but how do you deal with this when the road is so narrow, and like, how do you complete something like this? Seems kind of monumental in my mind, and I don't really know the steps of doing something like this. So like, in order for me to really have an educated opinion, I'd need to be more educated on how something like this could get done in the first place and what the steps and hoops to go through are, which sound like they're pretty big. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, Councillor Dorwood.
But yeah, pretty much reiterate what Mr. Texmo said. I think like Tracy who's written this letter is spot on. It's dangerous. It's
Mhm.
really dangerous. Both roads.
Yeah.
The one with the shoulder because of the speeds, and there's a passing lane. If you've
Mhm.
ever ridden a bike while someone's passing. It's
Scary.
pretty scary, and they're both coming at you. And yeah, that's definitely Bing Road that section is very dangerous. In fact, all of Bing Road through past Boris's and such. But yeah, I think the solution there unfortunately is, it would be a challenge. It's not our jurisdiction, as far as I understand, and even if it was, like, the cost to put a shoulder in, I think there's probably better routes. And yeah, I think the new incoming president of the Rotary Club has expressed his willingness to approach that bike trail again. We need to get some input from other parts of the community, or not input, agreement. So yeah, hopefully that, but saying the commuter trail, and what Tracy might be referring to on the commuter trail is it was built with these, for anyone not familiar with the cedar planks, and they're treacherously slippery as
Oh, yeah.
soon as they're wet.
Mhm.
And you cannot, so somebody I know went and put
It's asphalt.
landscape
Yeah.
fabric.
Yes.
Stippled it down a number of years ago, right through the middle of it, and it's worn away, and you have to like jump between spots to avoid slipping, if there's any wetness at all. And so I think it would be great if we could do some improvements on there so that even the people walking, and I assume it, I haven't ridden a bike on there, but I can see
I
that.
have.
It's, yeah, like you
Sketchy.
say, it's not a commuting bike ride. It's
No.
challenging
Yeah.
from what I can see. But even, I don't know if they would slip as well on the bike, I assume.
Oh, you
so.
slipped. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
And it's, yeah, it's not like just like your, San Joe Bay Trail that's flat, and like there's sections where if you're not careful or you're not advanced into some degree of bike ride, you're going over the handlebars, which I did, but. But yeah, it's just,
You're right, it's a hiking trail.
it seems more of a hiking or like, kind of a hardcore cyclist or like, mountain biker that likes to recreational ride. That's more of their trail more than an actual, let's get to town on time to have an appointment or something like that, right?
yeah. Whereas the trail that Rotary would like to see and has worked on in the past is like a grade 8 to 80, like age 8 to 80 friendly, low grade.
Oh, yeah.
Switchbacks for the odd couple spots.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a long way away, but yeah. So I don't know what we can do right now, but maybe the Rotary could take this letter in their next conversations.
So we could, sorry, Councilor.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, I just agree with everything that's been said. Thank Tracy for bringing it up. Certainly, they're bringing the issue back to the forefront. It's consistent with the study that we had done, the action, what was that?
The
Active
active
transportation.
transportation plan.
Yeah, and increase the cycling opportunities thing. And I agree that that portion of road is a jurisdictional and physical nightmare trying to do that. And my point was, I liked her last paragraphs where I think we should probably try as a district, work with the Quad Youth and Rotary and see what can happen about establishing a good cycling trail into town that way, an alternative place. Yeah, no, I know I would use it if it was there.
So as an action, we could respond to the letter with the Tracy, but as well forward the letter to Rotary and to the Quagos and asking for them for consideration of looking at making a commuter bike trail.
Hmm.
And just see if we can move that forward. I know our CEO has been talking to the Quagos and this would just add more to their conversation.
Yeah, I think it heavily advocates for it, and I don't think anyone disagrees at all. I think it's well needed, like. But I think, yeah, the alternative would be some sort of actual grade trail put in properly, other than that kind of, the hike, right?
That sounds reasonable.
Sounds reasonable to me, yeah.
Just another option, if a second trail isn't an option, is I wonder if anyone would be amenable to like putting tons of switchbacks in the existing trail.
If it's possible to do it.
If it's possible, yeah. But the width of it, right, I don't know who owns the space that would be needed to,
That's
A
an issue.
lot of it's CRV, isn't it?
yeah, I'm just not sure.
Have to look into it.
I think it goes through, IR.
There is some IR there, yeah.
Walden IR. That's one. Walden 9 IR.
Okay, moving on, we have from Jacqueline Thing, Director of Wounded Warrior Run, regarding the requests to Port Hardy Council. And the recommendation is that council endorse early approval of the $1,000 donation to the 2026 Wounded Warrior Run BC, and the donation to be funded by our grant and aid budget. And so the request, which we do, we fund them every year, and it's nice to have the donation come forward sooner before our budget's finally approved, so that we can present the check at the Wounded Warrior event.
Yeah.
Counselor Texmo,
I'd like to make that motion that we approve for the $1,000 donation.
Second.
seconded by Counselor Dorwood. Any comments? All in favor? Great. So I just want to mention that it's a very, moving ceremony, the opening ceremony. It's very early in the morning on, February 22nd at 6:25 p.m. precisely. And then moves down to the Carrot Park so that they start running at 7:30 a.m. But as well, often there's an event the night before at the Legion where they're supported as well. So it's all open to the public. And feel free to come and support. All right, moving on, we have from Anna Kindy, MLA for North Island, ongoing ferry service impacts to North Island communities for information. Everything that MLA Kindy has said is being so reiterated by all the towns and municipalities in the North Island, the First Nations, and it's great that she is as well bringing this forward. Hopefully this, the ferry is supposed to go until March, and I don't think it's going to change anything because everybody's been trying to get them to bring a bigger ferry back up here, but at least it's public and we have the support of our MLA.
Mhm.
Your last name's missing on it.
Oh,
You probably struggle with that all the time.
yes, me too. All right, moving on to Nanaimo Regional Hospital District Health Forward Summit at Advancing Healthcare in Central and North Vancouver Island. I was there again. I'm missing from there. Yeah, I went through this. I thought, wait a second, I was there.
Didn't recognize us at all.
Didn't recognize it at all. I was very disappointed about
Maybe we
that.
should point that out. Well, that, sorry, Rich.
Yeah, so I was really surprised when I went through there and I thought, wait a second, where's the district of Port Hardy? Because I did talk about this in December about it was a very interesting summit and so now this is the report and
Wasn't Namgis representation there too? I don't see them on here. It says Alert Bay, Village of Alert
Alert
Bay.
Bay was there. I don't know if the numbers was there.
Indiana, no,
GNM was there.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
all,
that.
Not what I was there.
not the district, no. And I said, yeah, that's funny, because I know I was there. Wasn't on the list.
I think it's important for us to be on that list, considering
Yeah.
that there's been some recent criticism, thinking
Yeah.
that we haven't advocated hard enough for our healthcare up here, right? So
Yeah, and then.
Actually, in the village of Sabellis is not on there either.
Mhm. We got Tassif on there.
Yeah. So maybe we could just respond and just say,
Mhm.
thank you for this information. Maybe add, the voice of the district of Port Hardy was also there too, as well as the village of Sabellis.
Mhm.
We have a letter from the Honorable Jesse Sunar, Minister of Post-Secondary Education and Future Skills regarding our meeting at the 2025 Union of BC Municipalities Municipal Meeting. Information. And so it was a good meeting with the minister, but hopefully we can make some differences with programming up here.
Mhm.
We have from Councillor Corey Ramsey, President of Union of BC Municipalities regarding their Canada Community Building Fund, our second community works fund payment for 2026 for information.
Mhm. Nice to get a
Robert?
check.
Yeah, checks in the mail are always a good idea. Despite anyway, I just, because it's a program that we, gas tax that has been coming into the district for a long time, and it's greatly appreciated. But it's also a funding model that we've talked about before, where it allocates money according to various parameters. And then it says, okay, community, you get to choose how you want to allocate this. Just like the And again, I'm drawing a blank on the program where we received $1.9 million. And we got to choose how that funding was going to be used. And it just is way more responsive to let us decide what our community needs are in terms of funding, as opposed to staff always having to apply for grants. So it's just an example of how that funding works and has worked over a lot of years. And a message for perhaps the province. Just a thought.
I agree. All right, moving on to committee reports, we have draft minutes of the Finance Committee meeting held December 4th for information. Any comments? I just want to say that we are moving forward with drafting our financial plan, and it's a big job. And thank you for our Director of Finance for steering us forward.
Just the rates and fees, just to proofread that thing.
Yeah. Good job.
You boy.
All right, we have our minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held December 9th for information.
Just that typo that I mentioned on page 2. Well, is it this one? Yeah. I think it's this one.
Second one.
It's the next one.
It's the next one. Okay, sorry. Okay.
We have our draft minutes of the committee whole meeting held December 16th for information. And there's a typo on that one.
Yeah, just another language used on there. It's on page 2. Under additional discussion, point 6, I think, but it's got just another language instead of cognizant. That's what I believe the word is. Minor.
We do have a recommendation from that committee of the whole meeting is that the Parks and Recreation Arts and Culture Committee and Operational Services Committee be reinstated as traditionally done. That they be held one council Tuesday a month between 5:15 and 6:30 on an alternating schedule. And that 3 members of council be appointed to each committee.
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Councillor Texmo, seconded by Councillor Dugas. Any other comments? All in favor? Carried. Okay. Under staff reports, we have the Finance Department, December 2025 check and EFT listing for information. Still look at it and go, oh, that's so easy to read.
No kidding.
Under current bylaws and resolutions, we have bylaw number 1187-2026, user rates and fees for 2026 for first, second, and third readings.
So moved.
Moved by Councillor Jowett, seconded by Councillor Smith. Any comments? All in favor? Carried. We have no pending bylaws, so we move on to council reports. Councillor Dorwood.
All right, well, I had a lovely break over Christmas. I have not much to report on the council business, just the committee of the whole that I attended. I did hear back from the RCMP musical ride, and unfortunately, due to budget constraints, they have reduced the amount of spots they're stopping in. Port Hardy will not be one of them.
No.
I did write them back and said, these were all the things that were so super fabulous last time, such as they'd been in Surrey the week before and had a dismal turnout, and they were astounded at the turnout we had.
Mhm.
We entertained the ride afterwards at someone's house, which they seemed to enjoy based on how long they stayed.
Mhm.
And also the amazing backdrop that we have that's unique. So I left the door open a crack, but in case there's somebody, when they select them, if they can't go or something, maybe, so.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
So, we can pull it together in a couple months or whatever, so, yeah.
Yeah.
just keeping my hopes up forever, but
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, the next time they're coming through is, here is in 2030 to British Columbia, so we can always reapply and hope for next.
away.
Yeah, yeah, so sad, but that's it. That's it for me. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you. Oh, Councilor Robertson, hard act to follow.
Well, I wasn't gonna follow it with much anyway. It was good family time, Happy New Year, family, Christmas and New Year's, so not much to report. Other than it's come up a few times in the meetings we've just had, and to say Happy New Year to everyone, and to thank the staff for all that they have done over the past year, and how it's helped our community a great deal.
Yeah.
Thank you. Councilor Tidbury.
Not much to report. As you all know, I'm down here at the TLA, and of course, we'll be listening from the forestry minister as well as the premier himself on different days this week. So maybe we might hear some good news. Who knows?
Councilor Texmo.
Yeah, not much to report on council other than our meeting, and then just what I wanted to chat about is that the recreation did a great job with Winter Wonderland, lots of smiles on kids' faces. It was a great event. I heard the New Year's event was great. I got sick, so I couldn't make it, but caught that flag that was going around. But and then just a shout out to all businesses in town for sponsoring those free skates and swims over the holidays. The recreation was great over the holidays. You guys are doing a great job. The town needs it. They're appreciative of all my entire friend group and family is appreciative of all you guys do. So thank you.
Thanks, thanks for doing this.
Well, thanks, Mayor. Yeah, I don't have much to report on other than, yeah, it was great. Have a break at Christmas time, spend time with the family and friends and people in the community. It was awesome. New Year's was quiet, except for the people across the street that blew fireworks off.
It was me.
Five after midnight. And that woke me up real quick. Oh,
No,
Happy New Year, everybody. But yeah, and again, just to reiterate what everybody said about our staff and our recreation department, all the great work that they're doing, and we're really excited about all the plans we have for 2026, and it's pretty exciting to see our community and where we're at. And I know that there's gonna be some information coming up with regards to the last 3 years of we as mayor and council coming out to the community here and talking about all the different things that, the goals that we set, or actually our CAO helped us set, well, basically, with regards to all the things that we can do in our community, and we're pretty excited about it, and we should be, because we did a great job, and we really look forward to our next, guess what it is now, 10 months?
Yeah.
Before the next election, and we're gonna definitely put our nose to the grindstone and make sure that we do whatever we can do for our community. Then, again, wishing everybody a happy new year, a healthy, joyous, prosperous new year in 2026, and it's pretty exciting. I got one thing to make note of is that we've been sitting and waiting from the North Island Seniors Housing Foundation to hear from BC Housing if we're gonna get our seniors housing here. They did send an email just before Christmas, and they told us, you're gonna hear something in the new year.
Oh, jeez.
So we're all excited, 2026, we're hopefully gonna hear something, but didn't say even when, it didn't say early or late or what, it just said in the new
Gosh,
year.
right
So-
before the year. Yes or
Yeah,
no.
we couldn't
or-
read yet, no, nothing, but at least they acknowledged that we put an application in, so I guess that was a good thing, so. That's all I,
got
that's all I
to,
have, thank you, Mayor.
I forgot to thank BC Assessments for bumping up all our assessments out of the beach too.
Thank you, new neighbors.
Thanks so much.
That's right. Yes, thank you.
Councilor Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. I had the pleasure of attending the fire department Christmas dinner, and it was great to see all of the past and current volunteers just get some recognition and honored. That was really nice. Had the committee of the whole meeting, and December 17th had the Port Hardy Heritage meeting, and they're working on staff development and training. So that's going well. And yeah, Christmas with family, always wonderful. And then New Year's, I was along Counselor Texmo and caught the flu as well. So was up and about just this week started and had a Bear Smart Committee meeting today and looking at getting volunteers and gearing up for Bear Smart Week. At our meeting, we got some really good news from our conservation officer. She was able to attend, and out of the whole North Island, Port Hardy's, she hasn't had to come to us very often, which is pretty good. And the times that she has, we've been able to intervene, and the bears have not had to been trapped or destroyed. It's human behavior that we have to stop. It's not the bears' behavior. They're just trying to get food and go to sleep, feed their cubs then we just don't want the attractants like garbage and easy food like that. So with the interaction of our Bear Smart, getting the information out there, our residents are helping us out and taking care of the garbage, and so we've had a really good successful year. It was great to hear,
Yeah,
keep our
that's
Bear
awesome.
Smart status. Yeah, it was nice to have her attend today, so.
Nice to see results.
Yes.
And nice to see results, because I know that staff has had to put in a lot of extra time and effort because we haven't had a lot of volunteers. So thank you so much to the staff for all of the departments, and everything that we do is amazing. We have an incredible team, and we're an incredible community, and yeah, we're so fortunate. So I certainly reiterate what all the other counselors, and I'm sure the mayor will say as well, is the good work that's being done. So. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. No, that was a really good report, hearing that, what the conservation officer said to you today. So it's very encouraging. I think at times, when volunteerism is low and it's hard to get volunteers, you don't know how it's all going, and having a professional say that, it's really, really nice to hear.
It is.
So thank you. So what did I do since our last meeting? Our CAO and I connected with Island Health regarding healthcare worker recruitment and what we can do and what we are doing. And they were very appreciative of everything that we're doing with recreation, because that is one way of attracting people here and keeping people here. All the things that we're doing, in recreation is so important, and now I'm starting to get little pokes about what we can do more, like the hot tub and the sauna, and it's coming, it's budgeted for, is what I tell them, and it's just a matter of timing, and so it will be coming. One of the things I was really disappointed in missing, because I was at an RD meeting with Counselor Tidbury, was the Gift of Life celebration that happened over at the Civic Center. That was very well attended, where they did a full turkey dinner that was organized and created by Ikimiki, but as well, the district is partnering and working hard with all our agencies to make sure things like this happen in the North Island. And thank you. I know the CAO was over there a fair bit, and other staff as well too. I attended for the first time our New Year's Eve celebration, and it was so much fun seeing all the people there and all the excitement and everything that the rec department had organized and put on, and it was pretty interesting. I couldn't figure out why everybody was lining up underneath the balloons, and I'm thinking, what the heck? And it wasn't just all the kids, it was the adults too, were lining up underneath the balloons until the balloons came down. And then it was pop, 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 pop. It was awesome.
Paxton was terrified.
Well, there were some kids that were terrified of the balloons and the noise, and there was others that were just in there jumping around. It was pretty interesting.
Exposure therapy.
So BC Housing is in talks with the district about the Sinala Culturally Supportive Housing Project, and so that's still moving forward. The society is going through a few different funding issues, but that doesn't mean that the supportive housing project is not going forward. So the society is still hoping for more funding to come in, and it's actively working on it, but right now they're working with the Aboriginal Coalition to End Homelessness to make sure that the rental supplement program is still going forward, and so it's a very positive situation. In some ways, it would be nice if all the funding was there, but it's not. And I had a number of emails over Christmas that, I thought, oh, not everybody understands what the district can and cannot do. And, but it also brought up to me that there are so many people lonely at Christmas time, and although I had a really quiet and nice Christmas, that there's so many people that aren't happy at Christmas time, and how we can work with our agencies in the upcoming year and trying to reach out to the people that are so alone and so unhappy, and work at helping them out. And as well, the other day I had a really nice email from a visitor who wrote an amazing poem about Port Hardy. But for us to use that poem, he wants a financial contribution, and so we'll discuss that at finance. I just said, oh, that's interesting. Where are you gonna do this? But it was a great poem. And as well, I think I've mentioned in the past, and people might not realize, but for many years, I volunteered with UBC on an interview panel for prospective doctors, because I'm so motivated to try get as many rural doctors trained as possible. And so they did a research project on it to see about when you're interviewing projected or prospective students and you're interviewing them, does AI affect the interview process? And so it was very interesting, and they found no statistical difference, which I thought was very interesting research project in going forward with that. And I'm back on the interview panel in February. So yeah, it's pretty interesting that if anyone's interested in finding out what I do when I'm on that interview panel, it's only for 10 minutes.
Is this students coming into the program?
And students, I mean, prospective students to
Yeah,
see if they're
yeah.
going to be accepted into medical school. And it's this kind of setup where I'm on my computer and they are admitted into this room, for lack of a better room, a virtual room, and there's a countdown, and there's set questions you ask, and then you grade the students, and then they're booted out of the room. They only have a certain amount of time, and the
Speaking or taking?
all speaking and being interviewed, and you can do a scan of the room, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a long day, but it is interesting. All right, so, and as well, Happy New Year's to everybody, and thank you to all our staff, and our Counselor Dugas mentioned about there will be a report coming soon about what we've been doing. So we have our strategic plan that's an award-winning strategic plan. And so everything that we've done over the past 3 years has been directed into those 4 streams. And so our CAOs put together quite a comprehensive report that will be coming out about what we have accomplished and what we still need to accomplish. And it looks very positive. So I'm hoping everybody has a chance to look at it and goes forward with it, and we'll go forward with it. Information and announcement, coffee with the mayor tomorrow, emergency
Mayor?
planning. Oh, sorry.
Does Councillor Tidbury have?
Oh, sorry, Councillor Tidbury?
No? Did I put, no hand there?
Did he get his report in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, must have read it. Sorry.
And then committee of the whole at the end of January. All right, no notice of in-camera meeting Motion to adjourn. Counselor Dugan.
I got in there.
Now we have questions pertaining to the agenda.
Yeah, I just would like to know, like I noticed you've done a check run and you have check numbers. Is it possible as just a member of the public to see the actual invoice that made up the check?
It depends
Okay.
how much information you're looking for, because there's certain proprietary information we have to redact, but we could show you could ask us to see one, but we might have to redact some information, just because we have to protect the person who did the invoice, but to see the total and the final breakdown, absolutely. But but like if, I was to submit an invoice and I said that it costs $35 an hour to do something, we might have to redact that. It just depends on how much information is in there. We'd have to check with. See, just to,
And you can just come to the office
you can
and.
come in and if there's ones that are on there even before the meeting, just come in and talk to our finance director and she can help you through that.
Perfect, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Just like to say to John, hopefully come back with some good news from your conference down there with the premier and, the forest minister for the logging industry.
Mhm,
would
Just
be nice.
remind them, there's people who live past Campbell River up here. For the logging.
mhm.
Thank you very much, John.
we got our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We face access to.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Anyone else?
Hi, yes, Mayor. When you met with, Island Health, and about recruitment, did anything come up about them signing up on the the permits for the housing, temporary housing, that they would be able to stay in, to get people, those houses that were built last time, Mount Waddington, he had no, at district meeting, they had no answer about where the status was of the,
That's gonna happen very soon, within a
that's what
week.
they keep saying.
No, within a week.
Oh, okay, that's soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I can't say anything more than that, but, talk to me next week.
Be all good.
Thank you.
Susan?
Just for learning purposes, whose jurisdiction is the letter that Tracy Hamilton submitted regarding the big concern? What
Department of Highways.
department?
Part of the road is.
Part of the road is highways. From the first turnoff onto the highway to the second turnoff onto the highway, along that stretch of road is, so by the cemetery and stuff like that, that's all Department of Highways.
Department of Highways?
Yeah.
So if, because I actually had a concern I was gonna bring up, not today, but there is the First Creek crossing, the culvert has sunk. And now that I'm driving my truck all the time, it's a longer wheelbase, when I hit that, I have to go really slow now because my truck just goes full. And it's getting worse since the last couple of weeks of the heavier rain. And so even just on my way in today, I gotta write that in my book to if it comes up, and then I realized it was in here. So if residents wanted to escalate that, we do that with the Department of Highways.
Call
Is the culvert sunk?
the main road hotline.
Main road hotline?
Main road hotline, they're the ones that take care of the road.
Maintenance, yeah.
They do keep track of it.
Yeah, Sunday there was actually
I
water.
have to go through a
over-
couple,
Yeah.
points stuff,
Over
after
that
that,
section.
Victoria down that way, too, a little more up this way.
There is a North Island number, the 24-hour hotline number is 1-877. 215-7122.
I'll get some work, like the whole one. Yeah.
And that goes for the same for like if you see anything on Highway 19. Bing Road also continues to the Cole Harbor Road as well, which is also Ministry of Transportation. And the Hardy Bay Road section that goes all the way from Highway 19 to Robert Scott School is also owned by the Ministry of Transportation. It's owned by me.
Okay. And then on page 47, it says that committees being reinstated as traditionally done. This again, because I'm new here, the Committee of Parks, Recreations, Arts, Culture, Committee and Operational Services Committee being reinstated. Are those two separate committees?
It'll be two separate committees. So up until a few years ago, there were two separate committees, then we combined them to one and did it as a committee of the whole. And now we're separating them again to two separate committees.
So the one that I see in the calendar right now is committee of the whole, is the combined and it's being broken out into the two separate ones?
Yep.
Okay, so then, in public, can I go to those
Yes.
meetings as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know I can see the words in there, but when it says operational service, what would be an example of operational services?
Like Public Works,
Water and
water, wastewater, sewer, roads,
Roads.
garbage,
Buildings.
buildings.
Everything
That
but
would be a good one to
recreation.
come to for me to
Yeah.
help learn what is the district's jurisdiction and what is outside the jurisdiction.
Yeah.
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 Cool. All right, I have no further questions. Thank you.
There's a good little blurb of us. Sort of pertains to that in the district connection newsletter that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good blurb about what's within our,
Yeah.
it doesn't specify like what roads are within our jurisdiction, but it talks about what services are within our jurisdiction.
Hi.
Hi, I'm here to regarding the East Bang Road. I've been commuting that for about 35 years by bicycle and nothing has happened to that chunk of road. And I don't know who to turn to, but I was just hoping I'd hear something here today, but I mean, even to walk from Tacan, I drop a bus off to get service and trying to walk along the edge of the road is just terrible.
Oh, yeah.
You have to turn sideways.
Yeah.
The car would pass you when you're walking.
Yeah.
Let alone, amount of time, I ride bike all the time through there, and it's pretty.
It's hairy.
And then people trying to pass me,
Yeah.
and in the blind orange, this is terrible, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
Like
agree.
Brian said regarding the commuter trail, that's not the answer.
No.
We need to commute to town the fastest way possible,
Yeah.
and that would be, that's the way everyone goes, and more people would go that way if it was safe.
Definitely.
The trail that the Rotary was hoping to build is, you know where the microwave tower road is?
Yeah.
So the first kilometer of there,
Mhm.
it would all be smoothed out, by the way, and then a kilometer of new trail basically through a lowland area that runs toward Beaver Harbor Road and then would join up with the last or first, depending on how you look at it, but the Bear Cove Road side of the commuter trail. And again, the surface would be improved. That's what Rotary had been working on, but need to get agreement of all the tenure holders and weren't able to obtain that in the past. But yeah, the incoming president wants to revisit that again. So yeah, it would be great for safety, for recreation, for connection, for so many reasons. So
It's nice.
yeah, hopefully someday we'll see it
That
happen.
road is so bad.
Oh,
So bad.
It is, yeah, I can't agree more. It is nasty and, like I was wondering that when you're saying that Rotary was talking about, I'm like, okay, were they thinking of like changing the route and actually finding a flat route that would be quite simple for
Yeah.
travel, make it worthwhile, like Rick says, it's like, it's faster to go Bing Road, so you do it, you kind of put up the danger because you're just trying to get to town, but if you had a flat trail that went straight out there, that would definitely,
Perfect.
encourage people to take it, right?
Wouldn't be flat, but low.
Well,
grade.
to some degree, like, a lot better than the commuter trail,
And
right?
like a San Joe type surface.
Exactly.
Dark, would be
You
nice
can
to
bomb
asphalt
down that
it
pretty
later.
quick, yeah.
I know, I just actually, while you were talking about it, I opened up our active transportation plan, and because even at the time when they did the active transportation plan, the Bing Road option was not an option.
No.
And so they looked at the commuter trail. It is referenced in there that the Rotary was gonna do that, but then there was also a recommendation of some improvements along Bear Cove Highway to then connect it to the estuary and then come in
Yeah.
that way,
Yeah.
rather than coming all the way out to Bear Cove, all the way out to Highway 19, so that the cyclists are still getting to maximize their opportunity for getting to town a little bit faster, but also a safer way to be able to do that, because Bear Cove can actually accommodate a little bit of a widening, whereas Bing Road, they've got the ditches on both sides, and the cost, I think, is just too prohibitive for highways to even contemplate, obviously, because I haven't done anything with it so far. I appreciate that, because I will drive all the way around to avoid it. But yeah, it was to basically widen that little section so that basically the bikes would be then traveling on the highway and then coming out through the estuary and then onto Goodspeed and then onto the highway. It's safer. And then, of course, they have created that opportunity on Hardy Bay Road where it's a little bit wider and put a like a shoulder along Hardy Bay Road there at the
Yeah.
beginning so they can come into town.
Yeah.
I take the trail, that Hardy Bay Road, they travel so fast. They don't go the speed limit and I find it absolutely dangerous. So I love the trail.
And you should actually, as soon as you get to Rock Pro, should be going down to take the trail, but
Yeah.
the cyclists that stay on, it's exactly the same as Big Road. It's just so narrow through there that, yeah, it's not safe. So it would be nice to talk to highways about putting some signage to direct the cyclist traffic
Mhm.
to go down and actually utilize
It's so
that.
nice. Yeah, it's a nice.
Cause then it widens again, as soon as you get past the Glen Lion.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it starts to widen again and you've actually got a proper shoulder to come through.
Yeah.
The only thing we can't get through either is that section, there's that horrible section at Glenview, right? When you come through and it just narrows there and then
Robert Scott.
Robert Scott, yeah.
Yeah.
You had that go on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, yeah.
And one day they're gonna fall right off, so Robert Scott's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the ice come,
Yes.
yeah, you just gotta, just slow right down.
Yeah.
Gonna have them one night.
I'm not really
That's what
sure
I
how
mean.
that intersection was created
Oh, it's
because
horrible.
that whole thing is a mystery to me from a road perspective.
Nobody likes turning out of there.
Yeah, if you were an
Makes no
engineer,
sense.
Yeah.
you look at that and you go, whoa, what happened?
So bad for the semi trucks, like that
Right.
hole out of there, like how do they see to even get out, like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that stretch of Big Road is dangerous to drive.
Let alone cycle.
Cycle or
Yeah,
walk, yeah.
totally.
You're very,
And if
very.
you look at the crash data, it's even kind of, that's.
Supports that.
Thanks for-
Yeah.
They're not gonna drive home at that rate, that's very much.
So, okay.
Hey, John, see you later.
See you later, John.
Thanks, you
Have
guys.
fun down there.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.